today's lecture about using a range of different tools for designing different solutions of different problems. Like when we are working on different research problems, which kind of tools we can use for designing purposes, like for planning. Before that, we have talked about like when we are having different fields, when we are having different, you can say, departments where we can go, like web designing, application designing, and software designing. So for these projects, when we start working on these projects, like which kind of tools we need for planning, because when we start working on any project, we first of all do the planning for that project. Okay, so we will see different tools in this lecture. So different design tools, for example, text, which include reports, presentations, slides, and tables for information. Like why we use tables instead of text. Sometimes we need to show our like different kind of reports and different kind of content in a precise form. So we make tables and we just show the information just in one table. Okay, so and after that we may use diagrams for different problems and to show different working functions of any project. So we have a number of diagrams when we are talking about computer projects. Okay, like we make maps for buildings, like if we want to build any building, and like any building, so we need to design a map for buildings. So when we are talking about softwares, when we are talking about applications and different websites, so before that we need to design their map. Okay, so that map is what basically different diagrams, which can ERD diagrams, DFD diagrams, and different flow charts, wireframes, network diagrams, and technical schematics, cybersecurity network diagrams, cyber attack diagrams, and data analysis flow charts, and there may be different business data flow diagrams. Okay, so we can use different kind of diagrams for different kind of representation when we are talking about like projects in software engineering and projects related softwares, websites, and different applications we are using on our phones nowadays. Okay, before designing them, before doing the coding for those projects, like before working on them, we have to design their functionalities, like how we will work on that. Before writing the code, we just need to know that how many functions we will include in these projects, like in these applications, which kind of things we are gonna include. Okay, so we make diagrams to plan those projects basically. Okay, and before that we need to do the documentation part. It also before the project and after doing the code part, we also do some documentation, because we need to write down everything in our documentation, where we will see that how we have done the planning and now which kind of product we have made. And after delivering that product, we need to deliver the documentation as well, because we have to inform our users and different people who are going to receive that product that this project include this kind of functionalities and this kind of languages we have used for writing this application. And different other softwares information and all the details related that project. Okay, so these are the things related design tools. First of all, we need to see that what is a solution design, because we are talking about designing any project. So what is designing? I already have told you and spoke about example like maps for buildings. As same for applications, websites, and softwares, we make designs. Like we plan things how we will design these softwares. Like when we are working on different projects, we are not going to do the code part first day. It is the last or maybe a mid of the project stage where we just coding. Before coding, we need to design the solution for our problem. Like we are going to make any online application for different users. So we need to design that how this application will look like and how we will try to engage our users with our application through different kind of user environments. So like when we are talking about games and different other environments, we just try to engage our users to make the system in an interactive way. Like we will make the user interactive environment so that different people engage easily with our system. So all the things we are talking about planning and which languages we will use and which functions we are going to include and how the application will look like, all the things will include in design. Like when we are talking about map for buildings, we will see that how many rooms we are making in a home and how other areas and how the water pipes will be developed in a system and how other things. So all the things we include in our map. So as same when we are talking about applications and different projects related websites and different things, so we need to make their design. Like the process of developing strategies how we will solve a specific problem. Okay, so it is basically a process, like in a step by step phase where we will develop the design of our solutions. Okay, so what's the importance? Ensure clarity, efficiency, and feasibility. Maybe in previous lectures we have talked about time, how much time will be required for a certain project, and how much cost is required for a project. Like we will define the budget as well. All the things will be happen before we are going to provide the solution of any project. Like when we are talking about the design of any solution of any problem, so we are going to provide the solution for any problem, so we need to design all the things we are going to develop. Okay, so when we are talking about design, it will basically provide us the clarity, like all the functions we are going to develop in a application, we will design all those. How the user interactive, how the user interface will look like, we also design those as well. And how much efficient we are going to develop a system, how much security we are going to provide in a system, all the things will include in the design. Like before making anything, we need to show that which kind of languages we are going to use for our code part and how many functions we are going to use and how the environment will look like and which kind of system we need when we are going to use this like this. application or this websites or different softwares, which kind of environments basically we need. So all the things are included in design. Which steps included in solution design? First of all, we will identify the problem, because when we are talking about designing, we need to see that which kind of problem we are going to solve. Okay, like when we are talking about identify the problem, we will see which kind of users going to use this system, and which kind of people having facing this kind of problem. So we are going to develop a system for those people. So before designing, we need to identify the problem basically, and after that we will choose different tools for designing and testing. Like we will plan how this system going to develop. It's all about designing. And beside designing, we need to see that how after like developing any system, how we will test this system. Like what are the basically things we will see in the particular system. And after that, after testing, we will implement our project. Okay, like the product we have made, we will implement that product. So when we are talking about designing tools, there are different types. We already have talked about. There may be text based, there may be tables, there may be diagrams. Okay, when we are talking about text based tools, we can say we need to make the reports, and we need to design presentation slides. So we will see one by one which kind of tools we are going to use for text based content. Okay, like when we are talking about the documentation part, which kind of tools we use. Okay, and tabular tools like tables. Okay, like test matrix. Okay, all of these will include in the tabular tools. We will see that which kind of tools we are going to use when we try to make the tables of anything. Okay, there are different tools for when we are talking about diagrams. So there are different, you can say, types of diagrams. It may be flow charts or data flow diagrams, like how the data we need to provide in different systems. Okay, we have to design this as well using data flow diagrams. Okay, entity relationship diagrams basically show the different people or maybe users and different entities basically in any system going to relate with other entities, like how the entities will connect with each other. So we need to draw a entity relationship diagram. And wireframes is also a type of diagrams. So there are different tools for these as well. So first of all, we will talk about text-based tools like for reports and presentation slides. So text-based content such as reports, presentation slides, and other written documents. Like I have already told you, when we are talking about different systems, when we are talking about projects, we need planning. Okay, so we will write all the things in our documents, and after implementation of that planning, we need to document all the things again, like how we have developed a system. Okay, maybe you have designed a website, so you need to write everything about your website, like how you have made this, how you have coded. Okay, which languages you have to used. Okay, all the details related your project, you need to document that. So it is a cornerstone or of effective communication, both academic and professional settings. Choosing the right design tools can significantly enhance the quality, clarity, and impact of his content. So let's see which kind of tools we are going to use for designing. Okay, so here are three tools we have talk about. Like for writing content, we can use MS Word. Mostly we use it, and Google Documents. We can also use this, and there are other LibreOffice writer as well. So these are some essential creating structured and professional text document like reports, essays, manuals. Common features including formatting options, spell checking. Okay, like when we are using Microsoft Word, it automatically detect the wrong spellings. Okay, so it help us mostly. Industry standard software for creating detailed and formatted documents featured including templates, advanced styles, and citation management. Okay, so when we want to document our project, we need this kind of tools. Okay, Microsoft Word and Google Docs mostly we use both of these. A cloud-based platform that allow the real-time collaboration, making it the ideal for the team projects. Okay, so you can use these tools for the documenting any project. Okay, like you are going to plan different things of about your project. Okay, like you just want to add the details of your project, so you can use Microsoft Word. Simply you can write all the details of your project in it. Okay, so presentation designing tools. So mostly we use Microsoft PowerPoint, but nowadays we can use Canva as well, because it provides us different kind of templates. Okay, according to our needs and according to our requirements. Okay, it provides us different user friendly environments where we can just write down our details. Okay, we don't need to design different things, we just get a pre-designed template there. Okay, and we just need to add the text in it. And before that, we mostly use Microsoft PowerPoint. It offers a wide range of templates, animations, and designs options for professional presentations. Okay, if we don't get any pre-designed template in the Canva, so definitely we will go for the MS PowerPoint, because we just design the template according to our needs. Okay, we can add different animations and different things in it. Okay, so when we are talking about projects and different things, like in business as well, we need to plan all the things. Okay, and with our team, how we will communicate our planning through different, like you can make slides and then present to your team. Okay, and to your colleagues, to your employees, that this kind of things we are going to make. Okay, so that's why we are using these desktop publication softwares, Adobe InDesign and Scribus. So these are some tools for highly customized and visually appealing documents. Desktop application tools, we can use these tools to provide the advanced layout and graphic design features. Okay, when we are talking about Adobe InDesign, ideal for creating brochures, booklets, and long form of documents with intricate layouts. Okay, so we will get different beautiful layouts in it, and we can use it for desktop application softwares. Scribe is a free alternate to InDesign, suitable for professional quality desktop application. Like students can use it because it is a free software. So there are different visualization tools. We can use them as well. Excel, Adobe Illustrator, and Tablet. So sometimes incorporating visual elements such as infographics and charts into text-based content improves the engagement and understanding. And we can use Adobe Illustrator for creating vector-based designs and infographics as well. And when we are talking about Microsoft Excel, we can create different charts and graphs. Okay, so that can be integrated into reports and presentations. Like when we are talking about reports and presentations, these are of course contain a large amount of data, so we are not able to read all the data and all the text in different documents. So we just simply create some charts and graphs, so we will read the data from there easily. Okay, so that's why we are using these different tools. Markdown editors markdown editors are excellent for creating text content that is simple yet structured, and especially for the web-based applications. Okay, like when we are going to design the web-based applications, we need a structured type of content because it is going to show to our users. Okay, so we can use these different tools: Tapora, Visual Studio Code, and Obsidian. So these are the tools we can use to write down a structured form of text. Okay. Clean and minimalistic markdown editor for the focused writing Rapora. So it is best tool we can use. So Visual Studio Code ideal for technical documentations with support for the markdown and extensions. Okay. All of these tools will gonna help when we are going to design different web applications, and we need to add some context and text over our different pages. So we need to add the text in a structured form. Okay, so that's why we are using these different tools to get our required text. Okay, so we can use accessibility and proofreading tools. Okay, like after making a document, we need these tools. Okay, at the end of your project, like if you are going to do the research and at the end of your research you need to submit a documentation of your whole work, so we will use this kind of tools at the end of our project. Okay, ensure the content is error free and accessible is crucial for effective communication. Okay, so we need to check the grammar. So different AI powered tools for grammar and style checking. So Grammarly is a tool basically where we can check the grammar and style of the content. Okay, so read and write, a tool where we can enhance the accessibility for individuals with reading and writing challenges. Okay, so Hemingway editor, it will improve the readability by highlighting the complex sentences and suggesting alternatives. Okay, so these are the tools we can use. In Hemingway editor, basically, it will show us some alternate phrases, maybe, or different sentences to make the context more effective. so we can use it as well.